So we've spent so much time looking below the city that we haven't even gotten a chance to explore the place itself, which I believe this is just shared with Violet City, Violet Town, Azalea. So I think that's where I got confused, because I also noticed it in editing when Jasmine was giving the potion to Ampharos, it sounded like one of those tunes as well. The move deleter's right here, in case you care. He's pretty much only necessary for deleting things like HMs, because HMs can't be deleted. Everything else you can just make them forget on their own. He's the main thing of importance. We're going to go to the mart real quick. And important thing right here is we can buy max repels. Yeah! That barely did anything. Meaning now we can sell all this shit too. I don't need it. How many Ultra Balls do we want? We're gonna need 98 Ultra Balls. Got it. So let me go ahead and... yeah, that should do it. And I don't think there's anything else we really need. I think we're fine. Yeah, that was the other thing I was considering as far as the whole proof. I'm not lying. I still had 99 of every other ball. So I thought about bringing up the menu, but it's just like... it's really not that big of a deal, mate. Calm down. Also, that means we can go ahead and sell this shit and actually get a profit off of it, which is pretty nice. Go ahead and get rid of that nugget. We don't need that anymore. And then the rest of that can pretty much just be gotten rid of. Now, the thing about the berries, though, is I'm pretty sure, because I didn't make mention of it, if you go ahead and you fix Moo Moo the cow all the way up, I want to say you get a TM off of her. What TM that is, I don't remember. So part of me wants to maybe play with it and see if I can figure out what it is, but I don't have a clue off the top of my head. But I want to say that's the reward for doing it. Anyway, I want to say that's everything of importance down here. The only other thing is flavor text and the gym right up here. But before I go to the gym, I do want to get rid of the shit in my inventory into the PC. Alright? Alright, I'm all done. Let's go ahead, head up the gym, and I am going to tell you right now this gym is hard. So, what does it say? Blackthorn City Pokemon Gym. Leader Claire. The blessed user of dragon Pokemon. That's why. But that's the fact that they're dragons aren't exactly the problem. It's the strategy that everybody in this gym implements, which once we fight this first guy, you're basically going to see that's it. Because remember, as of Gen 2, there's only 4 total dragon Pokemon, with this being 3 of them, and then they added 1 new one, which is basically all you're going to be seeing inside this area. So we're going to go ahead and let Gygus do what he can to see if we can at least prevent it. But the main strategy, especially because his health is pretty low, the main strategy they're going to implement is going to be Thunder Wave, Dragon Rage. That's it. That's all they do. And, yeah, see, there you go. Thunder Wave right there, so don't even bother fucking healing, because it's not going to matter. And then the next turn, Dragon Rage. And that's it. If you don't kill them within 2 turns, like, they're pretty much dead. Really, it's 3 turns. Gygus is just unfortunate enough to have really low health, which I noticed, but on my 3DS playthrough, he had more health than this, which I'm not entirely sure. I guess IVs were introduced as of this point. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and let him take the damage. So don't be surprised that I'm going to be walking in and out, basically trying to fix everybody every match, because it's pretty fucking annoying. And it's also going to be pretty annoying to make everyone even level with stuff like this going on. Alright, so I do have a strategy in mind, though. And that's to basically take advantage of Flail to its fullest potential. So if we can go ahead and, you know, take the 2 Dragon Rages, on the 3rd turn we just use Flail, and that'll should knock out a good portion of its health. Because, I didn't say it, but during the... what do you call it? The route from Olivine to Sandwood, I basically knocked out like 4 or 5 Pokemon while Stone Sour had 1 health by just using Flail on a bunch of Shelter, and that's pretty much how he got leveled up, was I got lucky and just abused Flail. So yeah, we're gonna let him take advantage of that in this area. All right, so now that he's down enough, that should be good for us. And considering it looks like, okay, we're not outspeeding it. Well, it's probably not gonna work now, but yeah, I was kind of anticipating Thunder Wave. I guess they don't care if Thunder Wave hits or not. And I made sure to level up Hot Shot and Pokey Slow first because they're gonna be the least useful in this area. Go ahead and fly out of here, away from your bullshit. I guess they really don't like they only got PP enough for one Dragon Rage, that's it. In other words, they're just like, fuck it. I didn't, nope, now you want to do it. Okay. After I criticized you, you're like, alright, I take offense to that. Because see, that's the only reason I didn't use Flail before, was because I was anticipating you to do it. And then I started thinking to myself, wait, is my rock tree really faster than this dragon? Because I got confused because all the turns started blending together. So that's one down, and yeah, expect this throughout basically the entire gym. Alright, so now I'm not calling out any one individual on this. This is just kind of a thing I had written down on the sheet. Figured take advantage of it while we had the moment. One thing I detest, which here, before I even get onto that, let me explain real quick. Strength is heavily implemented here. That's pretty much the point. This is just to demonstrate what all you can expect from it. That one boulder doesn't do shit. It just kind of lands there and it never gets connected to anything else. Just so you know. But that's pretty much the point of this, is it's a strength puzzle gym. I don't remember which one you have. But one thing I always hated was the idea that people have the expression of things like, just be positive. Like that, those 3 words magically change your life and suddenly everything in the world becomes okay again. Okay, so yeah, this was the other bit. They're gonna have Horsies and Seadras, which is why I kind of have, well here, because you have electric, just go ahead and do it. Or don't do it. They're gonna spam Smokescreen at you, which is pretty fucking annoying. I just hate the expression just be positive because it's like, it's not that simple. And just because you think something positive doesn't magically change the universe and make it any different. The last time I thought to myself, okay, let's go ahead and try this just be positive shit, I went home and then I found out that I had been robbed. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty much never happening again. So anytime I deliberately act positive, I'm usually punished for it. And the thing about that is, if you're even trying to argue with that, you're pretty much, like, missing the point entirely. Wow, that actually worked. I'm surprised too. I guess we'll be getting ensues. Yeah, push this down, because, oh, we gotta activate strength again. I hate the fucking idea that that magically controls the universe. Wait. I did it backwards. It doesn't, oh, fuck me! I picked the wrong direction to walk, but it's alright, I guess. Yeah, no, I just don't like that. Like, the biggest thing also that annoys me is people will be like, well, if you don't like something, you know, do something to change it. But the thing that annoys me is it's like, there are many things in the world that are beyond our control. That's what I hate. No one seems to accept that. They're like, oh, does does your mom have cancer? Do something about it. It's like, no, you can't do something about it. The world sucks. You can't fix it. There are things beyond your control. Like, that's kind of what annoys the shit out of me. Like, you can't just, everyone's like, oh, just pick up, quit your job, move, do something like that. I'm like, you can't do that. I've been trying to fucking move for the last 3 years. I still haven't racked up the money. And then you can't just quit your job because the economy's shit. Like, that annoys me that people just think that it just works like that. You can just magically think something better and the problem solved, because it doesn't fucking happen like that. I don't consider myself a pessimist. I consider myself aware of the way the world works. Like, I had no issues or hating things until I became an adult, and then I started having to rely on other people, and I was like, wow, ask for help and suddenly everyone disappears. That's what kind of made me as sour as it is. But even then, I try my hardest to not just be like that all the time. and try to at least have some sort of positive things, because I see a bunch of other people doing the same shit, and it annoys me too. Like, we don't want to hear negative shit all the time, so that's why when I feel I can, I do try and, like, I guess be positive for that, just in the minor things, you know, like, hey man, hope your day is well, or whatever the fuck. But, like, there's just things beyond our control, and I wish people would be willing to, alright, don't make this mistake again, you almost fucking did. People would just be willing to accept that. Down, down. I just hate that. Firstly, I've always kind of wondered if you could just push it in front of the stairs, but I'm not about to try it. But it's kind of just like this idea of just watching a rock tumbling down the stairs. It's just hilarious to me. The other rock's right up there, but I can't exactly touch that without him getting in a fight with me, and I'm not exactly in fighting position right now. I'm amazed I got through 2 fights, if you want me to be clear. Oh yeah, right, back, talking again. I mean, I'm gonna leave that topic right there and just not go any further onto it, but that's pretty much it. Is I just hate that people think a word can magically change life and the universe around you, because that's not the fucking truth at all. Holy shit. Damn, I had something in mind, and then I was like, nah, let's just let the... Yeah, okay, that's why. Because I was anticipating more horsies and shit. Which, by the way, I don't have Thunder on the 3DS. I also didn't have Headbutt either. I mean, I could have taught it, but I didn't. I swear, in this, I kind of just said, fuck it, I've got all the money in the world, and I went for it. But I didn't exactly have that luxury on the 3DS, so it's a tiny bit different here. But, yeah, I'm having it's a reasonably easier time for this recording. But I'm not complaining. That's the other thing. Sometimes people will be like, oh, sorry, and I'm like, look, in no way ever in the world am I going to tell you not to make my life easier. Like, I'm trying to think of an example, and the first thing that comes to mind is when people, like, make games a little bit easier or something like that. Like, again, I don't play games to be stressed, I play them to feel relaxed, so... Yeah, I think that was what I was going on about. Like, if something's not fair to the AI, but it's fair, or, like, something that's unrealistic but beneficial, or something along those lines, like... Oh, man, I really can't think of a fucking example. I guess if it's like, if you push an enemy in the water and they die, but you can swim, and it's like, hey, that's not harming me at all, I'm fine, you know? Like, that'd be something where it's like, I would not complain about you making my life any easier. That's the first thing that can come to mind, but I don't know. There's things in situations where it's like, people will ask or suggest things, and it will be the case of like, you know, I'm not gonna tell you you can not make my life easier because I enjoy my life not being hell. That, I think, is a good thing. Also, kind of fucking annoying that yet again I missed with Hypnosis. It seems to mostly be in this, because, honest to God, I think Hypnosis sucks, but, like, for Giygas it just seems to work pretty well. I also don't have any proof of this, but it feels like, how do I say this? It feels like the higher level you are, the more accurate your moves become. If that makes any sort of sense. That's the impression I get sometimes. Why are you doing that? This rock slide better hit and bring you down to most of your health, so this way I can just flail on you and then kill you when you're at the red or something. Because if it doesn't... Oh, that sucks. Okay. Just in case you Dragon Rage. Yeah, see, there you go. The only downside is, unfortunately, now it's kind of a wasted flail, because I'm sure whatever he brings out next is going to still outspeed me and kill me. Because I was kind of hoping, and I'm pretty sure the next thing is Dragonair as well. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that Dragonair is going to be killing me in, like, this turn, meaning the flail won't work. Yeah. But this is why it's hard. It's just fucking Dragon Rage, and that's it. which Dragon Rage used to be a TM in this generation, Generation 1. And I remember thinking to myself, wow, what if we teach someone that, I think it was like for Little Cup in this game, because they changed Petite Cup to Little Cup, which is basically right at the fucking egg kind of stuff. And that, to me, makes it like way, 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 way harder. But I remember thinking to myself, okay, let's breed a Charmander, teach a Dragon Rage, trade it back, ace Little Cup, it'll one-shot everything. Nintendo thought of that, and they said, no, 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 no. So my genius plan didn't work, but Dragon Rage can basically break. I think it's allowed in Petite Cup, because I want to say at the very end there's a Dratini that has Dragon Rage. Oh, thank God we outspeed it. Hop-Tart, you're amazing. I also feel like I've got a hair in my eye, which is kind of like on the bridge of my nose. That area. So I keep like trying to get it out, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing there, and I think I'm bumping the microphone. I'm trying to be careful about it. But yeah, it kinda sucks. Alright, so next up is Claire herself, which apparently there's another Claire in another Pokemon game, and it's spelled differently, which kind of makes this annoying, because I always spell Claire with an E, like Claire Redfield, so it's weird that she doesn't have an E at the end of her name. Yeah. Oh, right, talking. Anyway, let's read her dialogue first before I go into a character backstory. I'm Claire, I'm the world's best Dragon Master. I can hold my own against even the Pokemon League's Elite Four. Do you still want to take me on? Fine, let's do it. As a trainer, I will use my full power against my opponent. Alright, so I gotta give this a second shot because she beat me. Really all because I decided to get cocky, take one shot, and then that shot failed, and then I died as a result. Also, Gygus got the level up from that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try Nightshade, because I think that's probably gonna be far more efficient than Shadow Ball, because it took about 4 Shadow Balls to kill this Dragonair last time. But, the gist of the summary that I would like to make mention of is the fact that Claire is Lance's cousin, and the same Lance of the Elite Four, same Lance we've been seeing in this game. But it's just curious to me that she says she can take the Elite Four on, when it's like, how? Your Pokemon are in their 30s? I don't get it. Wow, we lucked out a lot better on this one, but still, the fact of the matter is, we cannot kill it in 3 shots. It has to be 4. So that sucks. But that's basically how I got through it last time. The difference was Gygus took at least 1 Dragon Rage, and I think it got paralyzed too. But yeah, that one that was first had Surf. This one, which I got lucky again on, this one I think has Thunderbolt, because it's her strategy is the same old bullshit as pretty much everyone else, but with the exception that she taught Surf, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam to her dragons. I don't know how the hell she did Ice Beam, but she did it. Thinking about it, I'm not sure if Thunderbolt's a TM in this game either. But that critical lucked out pretty well. I could totally be fine with giving a Breeze over this one, because if so, I might, very unlikely, include both fights, but yeah. Maybe at the end or something. Okay, she's gonna go Dragonair Trio then. It's a good thing we're faster than you. Wow, oh my gosh, where was this luck when I needed it 5 minutes ago? I'm kind of without words, honestly. Mostly just because I'm trying not to repeat myself at the same time. It's like, oh, what do I say? What am I supposed to do? That shit. So since we know it takes 4 shots, it is kind of better in our favor to go ahead and use Shadow Ball, because at least then we got a chance for a critical hit. Kind of like we got blessed with last time. But I don't think we're going to get so lucky this time. Even then, I'm fine. Gygus could use the little bit of love. There you go. Now we 3-shotted it. That made no sense, but I'm alright with it. So we just swept out all of her dragons with Gygus alone by putting them to sleep and then killing them, which is what should have happened the first bastard time.
Yeah. So the strategy here that I have in mind is, because I didn't say it before, Hotshot learns Sunny Day. Hotshot's very fast. Hotshot will go first. This is going to lower his, his surf, but I'm also not expecting Hotshot to get too much damage in on there, so it's alright. Maybe if I'm lucky I can get a burn, but I'm not really expecting much. The main thing, though, is that Sunny Day also plays well with Lita, so it'll power up Synthesis, which is kind of the direction I'm heading towards, because Kingdra's gonna be a pain in the ass to handle. But if we at least have Sunny Day out, it'll guarantee that Surf won't be doing jack shit to Lita, and when needed, she can go ahead. I keep doing that. He can go ahead and use Synthesis to go ahead and get extra health back. What I usually try and do is body slam spam so we can try and get it paralyzed. Last time I was not fortunate enough to get a paralysis, and just kind of got me killed. But on the 3DS, I was lucky enough to body slam him to the point of no return. Claire has a hyper potion, which he will use on the Kingdra. I thought it was a full restore, but I was mistaken. So if we can get it paralyzed, then at least we know it's going to be paralyzed forever and ever. Setting light's gone, which sucks. I hate the smokescreen spam. And because I've witnessed every fucking move the damn thing has, it's got smokescreen, surf, dragon breath, and hyper beam. Dragon is considered special, special in this generation. So, yeah, it kind of sucks. From here, now that it's paralyzed, I'm just going to spam Razor Leaf and hope for a critical hit to help make this fight move along. But again, she only used a hyper potion, so it's no problem. The point is, Body Slam paralyzed it. That's what we wanted it to do, because we don't really have anything else in our favor. So getting it paralyzed makes this a lot easier, though, as was getting them asleep and killing them in their sleep like that. I mean, I guess I could try and put it to sleep, but considering how hard this thing is to kill, I don't exactly think it would work all that well anyway. I guess Dragon isn't affected well by grass then, since it's not super effective. I've never considered that. I've always considered the fact of it being like fire, water, electric. All those don't do a damn thing to it. That hurts. And now I'm paralyzed, yep. Serves me right. I'm not going to bitch too much, but if I can go ahead and take... Yep, see, that's exactly what happened last time. It got me just below 50 health and then hyper beamed me. If I had just 10 more health, I would have survived that. Alright, so what's my next plan then? I don't want to use Gygas. Headbutt wasn't doing too bad when we were doing that, but at the same time I'm really thinking about Hop-Tart though. Yeah, especially if we do Leer, that helps too. Take that turn to Leer it while it's busy recharging. We're still faster than it, so yeah, because it's paralyzed. And then guaranteed, at least if Hop-Tart dies, or whoever dies, we can make sure to hurt it a lot more thanks to the lower defenses. But now that we've taken that one hit, I'm not about to take another. I'm flying out of here so we can at least hit it. I don't know why it's choosing to use Surf, but whatever. It's however you want to do it, mate. We got lucky and were able to kill it last time with Hop-Tart, which is why it got that nice little buff in EXP, but it doesn't look like we're going to be so fortunate this time. Which now, that's just going to leave... I'm gonna leave it to Pokeslow. I think just a simple headbutt should be enough to knock it out. Alright, so that went on long enough to the point where I'm probably not going to show the whole fight, but I guess I can show you snippets of how each person died. I lost? I don't believe it. There must be some mistake. I won't admit this. I may have lost, but you're still not ready for the Pokemon League. I know. You should take the Dragon User Challenge. Behind the gym is a place called Dragon's Den. Go and bring me the Dragon Fang from the deep inside the den. That is the test to be accepted as a true Dragon user. If you can do that, I will accept you as a worthy trainer. Until then, I won't give you a badge. Yeah, I said it in the take where I died. Died? Yeah, it's getting extreme. Yeah, I think she's kind of a bitch, mostly just for that line in particular, where she's like, no, 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 no. She can't stand losing, that kind of shit. But at the same time, I kind of also look at it as like, maybe she's just looking out for us. But she's not. She's just a bitch. That's pretty much all there is to it.